Might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set. AT Gator.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Check 52. Get ready.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. 10 logo.
65, 65, 65.
Smoke. Check Mike. Let's go.
From the 24, Minshew. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going up top. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set, cut. Now the wolf. 52 right here. Let's go. Defense. Hey, man up, deep. Man up, deep. Come on. 52. Mike 52. Let's go, deep. Gonna be a long day.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 18-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 82 yards. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Allen's got it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive, knock like it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line.
Got it. 45, 45, Mike, 45. Let's go, D.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Hey, Zoo. Check Mike 45. Check.
From the 31, Minshew. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 3. Ready?
Here's Minshew. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 50, plant. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the screen. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. These two teams all tied after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action. Bridgewater rolling to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Watch the pass.
Bridgewater on first down. It's complete. Javon wins the open man. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry.
First down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the gun, Bridgewater. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 3. 218, chopper. Nice 57, 57's mine. It's a party now. It's a party now. SOS. 6-6, bullet high. SOS. SOS. Big grip, big grip.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Touchdown, travel. Slam, slam. Back, get it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4. 45's the mic.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player?
Let's go now.
How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit. 57's the mic. Watch 57. We ain't giving up nothing today. Jam it, jam it, jam. Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Yo, dude!
Off play action, it's Minshew. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
At the 11-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Championships, baby. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 80 weapons. Hey, Echo. Ready. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught at the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Minshew. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. Third down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now Minshew. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there. With him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. No gain, and it's second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a lip.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 33-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Dalton. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, tight end's right. You draw Corker.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Bravo!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
57.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Out, 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 out. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Even. 4 down. Even. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go now. 10 logo. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Looking to throw it. Minshew on the screen. This is Eckler. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Badgley missed it. Off to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Let's go. Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Mike, 49. They're not ready for this, man. Let's get past something.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Haywood. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Target. Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. 45, Mike, 45. Wants to go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Complete. Henry with a grab. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
On the ready. Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the pass. Hey, Charlie. 45. Mike 45. You remember me? You remember me?
Minshew sets to throw. And it's caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. following the touchdown. Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The end result, 21 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
At the 35-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Bridgewater. This is the tight end fan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing is Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater now in desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, exit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Duke Dawson picks it. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go. 50, plant. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Tight dog.
Now Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right?